Welcome back, friends, with another movie reaction. Today we're watching Killers of the Flower Moon, and from the title of the film alone, I'm inferring that this is about the genocide of Native Americans. This could be a brutal movie to watch. Pretty sure this will be my first Martin Scorsese film, though, and it's a long one. I hope they had people on board that helped with cultural sensitivity, because that's often a problem with films about indigenous people. But yeah, we're strapping in for a 3+ hour film. Full reaction's gonna be on Patreon. Leave a like, and let's get started. Oil? Oh. On one hand, they're gonna be very rich. On the other hand, white people are coming. The Osage Nation. Sure, you can already sense my unease for the Native Americans. Make it rich. Make it rich. Do you even know what this is about? You're just like jumping in on it. Drill, baby, drill. Were the cows CGI'd in, or did they actually go to a big ranch? De Niro.
What happened to your stomach? My gut burst. You almost lost your life.
Burst.
They gave me a belt and told me,
Money flows freely here now.
"You love that money, sir."
You call me sir. You call me uncle, or you call me king. Remember?
Call you king.
Yeah.
King.
Hey, you didn't pick up any disease over there, did you?
No.
You like women?
Oh, you know I like women.
You like red?
I mean, that kind of red. I like red. I like white. I like blue. I
Blue.
like all of them. Don't matter to me. I'm greedy.
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on you. You're just gonna run all over the place. Some do things right, most do bad. So don't be simple.
No, sir, I won't.
Don't make small trouble about nothing. You're gonna make trouble, make it big. Get a big payoff for that. Yeah?
I won't find that trouble.
Hmm.
I won't do stupid things.
You don't read much, do you?
Read?
Do you read? Yeah.
Are you literate?
No, I could read.
I'll go read.
Smarten yourself up. Get that book on those.
Curious what the literacy rates are throughout the years. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
John Whitehair, age 23. No investigation. Bill Stepson, age 29.
Oh,
No
boy.
investigation.
Yeah, that's been a pattern even till now.
No investigation.
The amount of missing indigenous
Rose
people
Lewis,
that just goes uninvestigated
age 25.
now. Shit. Fucking brutal.
And Sarah Butler, age 21. Suicide.
Suicide my ass. Oh my god.
State your name.
I'm Molly Kyle.
Molly Kyle.
It's your mother. You know, she's restricted too, so we have to account for every penny. You spent $319.05 for meat. Don't you think that's an awful lot of meat? Don't you?
They answer these guys about how they spend their freaking money.
All right, people, let's form a line here for allotment payment. Unrestricted.
Oh my
only.
god.
Restricted, take your guardian.
The excuse that like indigenous people can't be trusted with their own money.
The boy's got asthma. This asthma's holding him back. He just needs a chance. You got your checks. You're unrestricted. Please.
We'll take one. In that color.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'll tell you what, you run out of gas, you get a flat tire, you come right on back and buy another.
Oh.
My wife, Catherine Cole.
Pleased to meet you. Pleased to meet you.
Full blood.
Sky people, right?
That's bragging about the full-bloodedness of your wife. Oh man. Look how fast they're going. Oh, they used to go so slow.
Yeah, Molly. She lives with her mother, Lizzie.
I know, Uncle. Which one?
Well, Matt,
Why?
just to go with her for a time. They're not together in a way now. You could have a proposition with that if that struck you.
Oh,
Why?
you want me to see after her?
Think you can be the married kind? Well, we mix these families together.
Oh my god.
If money flows the right direction, it'll come to us.
Oh my god.
That's smart investment.
You're talking about getting married to... Jeez. That is wildly
Told me
fucked.
you was going with Matt Williams for a time.
You talk too much.
Thinking who I got to beat in this horse race. That's all.
I don't care for watching horses.
I'm a different kind of horse.
Honkashi.
Is he implying he's hung like one too?
I don't know what you said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Oh god. This is slimy as fuck.
A long time ago, we Osage took our name from Missouri and Osage rivers.
I'd only ever read about them, so I didn't know it was pronounced Osage.
Just take the car, don't take my ring. My father gave it to me.
Don't want the car, just want the jewels. I didn't do nothing to earn this anyway. Like these?
I'm going all in, boys.
What are you thinking, Ernie?
Were we talking about legal, not legal?
They call it the flower moon when tiny flowers spread over the blackjack hills and the prairies. There are many. You are given your Osage name. It's how you will be called to the next world.
Yeah.
It's a happy moment, but it's the undercurrent of this frickin'...
You scared of him?
My brother?
Who?
Your uncle.
He's the king of the Osage Hills. He's the nicest man in the world. I know.
Sure he is.
What's your religion?
Catholic?
You don't come to church.
Yes, I've been away. How come you don't have a husband?
Straight to the point.
I'm a man. I want to know why a woman like you doesn't have a husband. You know, you got nice color scheme. What color would you say that is? I bet you got a soft belly on the inside there. Oh, you just called me a coyote, didn't you?
Coyote wants money.
Well,
That's exactly
that one is real
what he
nice.
wants.
Real nice.
You know what's breaking my immersion? She's over 26.
Storm, it's powerful. So we need to be quiet for a while.
It's good for the crops, that's for sure.
Just be still.
Play the quiet game.
Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus Dominus Deus Sabaoth.
He thought it was over.
Wetawi Konska Kai.
And...
You're gonna marry me, Molly.
Don't do it.
You stand her kind?
I love this girl, Molly.
You love her, you say. It won't stop you from taking advantage of her, though. White people dancing! White people dancing! It's like this movie is trying to maintain a upbeat tone, but just punctuated with really violent
Many.
things against indigenous people.
My sister.
Ernest, it might be best for you to sit outside.
Well, why's that?
It's just the way this is going. If you don't mind.
The way this is going, you're saying you want me outside?
Yes, sir, if you would.
Right.
That or we should go to her sister's, your wife. Well, he's taking money that by rights should go to Molly. The mother, Lizzie.
And this is what you're worried about at this time?
He's not in good shape.
When these women die with how Osage suffer from illness, you have to make it the head rights come to you. You see?
She's all right. Takes care of little one.
Little one.
Got the diabetes too.
Oh.
I worry for her sometimes.
You know Anna carries a gun in her purse?
Hey, what the hell?
Good idea.
I know you get around.
Well, she's gonna pick a fight one day with the wrong person. And then what?
They're the ones picking a fight with her.
This one's wider than that one. You'd never know this one's a half-breed, would you?
Both a couple of little half-ass savages as far as I'm concerned.
Bless the little
God damn.
Now, they can't.
You got any whiskey?
Well, you drank it last night?
Only my man can drink my whiskey.
I'm not your man.
You think I open my legs for any man?
Well, I get that feeling.
Hey, come on. Get her in the other room now.
You are no different, honest. You hear me?
Get in the other room.
Oh, man. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So pretty.
You sick fuck.
Get her out of here. Get her. Get on now. She's got a gun.
Uh-oh.
That was gotta go. Stay away from this.
Come on, Charlie. Right up here.
Calling someone a savage. Oh, boy.
Hey,
This guy played David, right? In The Last of Us?
found Charlie's life on bed.
No wonder he has such a hateable face.
Now, Anna, it's time for me to take her home now.
What does that mean? Take her home. Oh, this is a wide set, man.
Molly, it's your sister Anna.
How did they fake this? Ernest just frickin' stood there and let it happen, too.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else, because it's a white man's money.
Yeah.
It's not what we were taught.
Jesus Christ.
They even come here now to marry our young women.
Fucking.
We never prayed for the great life. We just prayed for life. That's what I'm going to be praying for now, is that we get that life for these kids coming. Say our days are over. We're just barely living out of sundown. But their days have started.
I would like to add $1,000 to that reward money
Oh, good for you, motherfucker.
about these murders.
We send Mr. Barney McBride to Washington, D.C.
I will second that.
Mr. McBride, Mrs. McBride,
Yes, Chief, I'm here.
Resolution 23.
Fucking hell.
Travel to Washington.
These remorseless fucks.
I close my heart and keep what is good there. But hate comes, and I say I ought to kill these white men who killed my family.
Mrs. Burkhardt.
You'd be justified.
Bill Burns. Unsolved crimes.
No, you don't.
Did find her alligator purse, which could suggest that Byron is not lying. He brought her home.
Oh, my brother's not a liar.
Uh-huh,
Your
sure.
youngest sister, Minnie, she was married to a Bill Smith.
Yes.
And that is the same Bill Smith currently married to your sister Rita.
Yes.
Same Bill Smith. Mr. Smith says that he has a pretty good idea who killed your sister. He says that he will tell all when he has the true facts.
If he doesn't get killed off first.
But,
Jeez.
Osage graves.
That's disgusting work right there. It's dirty. It's real dirty.
If someone were to knock off Bill Smith and Rita too, Right. Smith and her, they're gone a lot from home. All you got to do is go down there, plant to stand in the house, and when they come in, damn, you're a gritty Jew, Ernest. Well, I just love money. It's true. I damn near love it as much as I love my wife.
Evil fucks.
I need you here.
Stabbing you in the back. Right here, stabbing you in the back. This is not love.
Insulin. It's from Toronto.
Cost dear.
It ain't officially for sale yet, but Bill Hale has seen to it for you.
Interesting.
Hear that, sweetheart?
This is when insulin was invented?
Diabetes can be an awful misery.
Absolutely.
You will lose your feet or worse if you eat like a white.
If you eat like a white.
Hey there.
Not a shred of guilt.
Get in.
Was he looking after the children? Bye, kids.
Did you make a deal with Blackie Thompson to steal your red roadster and cash insurance? Blackie's been arrested for stealing your car. What were you supposed to do? Elbows on the table.
Oh, jeez. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
She's hired a private investigator. She got the tribal council to pay for Barney McBride's trip to Washington. What do you think's going to happen to
Oh
Molly
my
and
god.
all of them? I love them, but
You're
in the
just...
turning of the earth, they're going to go.
You have no problem killing them off. I just thought the PI was going to be corrupt. But no, he actually wanted to help and they beat him up for it. Oh, Tulsa Massacre. And they're like, this is a good idea. Why don't we just do this? Fuckers.
Why don't y'all just go talk to Blackie Thompson?
Well,
Oh, he's in the penitentiary right now.
tell him why.
Somebody if used more explosives, make damn sure you get in there and get them both.
Explosives. Just family members dropping, being murdered.
We need the shots and the insulin. What then, Mom? What?
I can understand not trusting.
Just give me that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
We're still gonna have to charge you for this visit.
You gonna charge me for this robbery? Is that it?
Yeah.
It's only right.
Stupid, stubborn bitch. I don't let them men do their work. That's what you should do. So I'm the doctor now. I'm the doctor and the nurse and the housekeeper, babysitter, God knows what else.
Babies, it's your own fucking children.
You're one of the lucky ones. Think of the children.
The lucky ones.
That's gonna save your life right there.
But no, you think you know everything, right?
Medicine from the hands that kill their family. That's fantastic.
You think someone's gonna hurt you? You think I'm gonna hurt you? You don't say nothing to that. Maybe it's gotta get worse before it gets better.
I want to buy some moonshine. No, Henry, you don't need that stuff. It's hurting you. The doctor said I should use it. I don't care what he says. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Hey, Pearl?
My wife's son were a bunch.
What?
I hurt myself.
That's not a man's way.
A man's to give what says, don't give that to me. A wife's to give respect. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to be an Osage Indian.
Uh-oh.
Henry, no. What are you doing here, Henry? No. He's my neighbor and he's my best friend. There's $25,000 laying there. I got an insurance policy on him. It's against what he owes me. So if he succeeds in demising himself before the end of the year, I forfeit.
Your best friend. Fucking. Is that the first time we've seen her smile? This whole movie's just upsetting. Can something go sideways and just have these men killed?
We hired a private investigator.
Ernest, he ran off. Ernest?
Seems that way, King. Seems that way.
I think we should be a little more considerate about how we spend Molly's money. I don't mean that as a... I'm there for both of you. You met Molly because of me.
These fucking...
You're here because of me.
I hope these people die in a fucking ditch.
There's something different about you tonight. What is it?
Well, now's as good a time as...
Oh boy. Another kid.
God bless you and the child.
Not the mother. We'll continue killing off her family.
First husband, huh?
You're still hung up on this?
King Bill Hale wants to know if you'd like a job. Getting someone done.
Oh, I can't do that.
What's the engine?
Now that's different.
Oh,
You know anything wrong?
Nah, I don't know it.
no, Lyle's different.
Well,
They don't see them as people.
he's a melancholic. He's tried to do away with himself twice already. That's what Hale's been saying. He wants you to make it like Ron did it to himself.
Knights come marching in, that's it.
Hey, Ernest.
Yeah, the KKK. Just, hey, hey.
We kind of got to liking one another. What with his troubles being respected and all. And sometimes we go to Miss Mackey's place.
This feels fucking worse, befriending him first. Gain people's trust. Just to stab him in the back. Shoot him in the back. Wait! You shot him through the back? It's supposed to look like a suicide. You dumb fuck.
That kiss, I don't want it no more. John, I'm done with this outfit.
Here's the gun. Shoot your dick off.
It was always sad. Always. Does your uncle know? They were friends.
Yeah. He knows.
He's the one
Was he
who
murdered?
planned it.
Was he murdered or did he kill himself? Do you know?
I don't know.
She suspects he knows.
You didn't tell him to leave the gun? I don't know why I told him to leave the gun. I told him to leave the gun. Just like you told him, kid. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know why. I told him
You're screaming awfully loud.
so simple. The front is the front, the back is the back. He has to make it look like he done himself. It just looks like murder. It's not supposed to be that way. I told him the front of the hip.
It's just a matter of time before Ernest tries killing his wife. There's no love there.
No, Molly, she likes her nice things, so...
Not as much as you do.
Almost sounded to me like he was calling me a squaw man, Bill.
Oh, now, Ernest, that's something I'd never call another man.
Right.
Not to his face.
Well, have I done something to bother you, Ernest?
Something bothered me? No, just the way you are that bothers me.
Lord made me, Ernest. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Unless you aim to kill me.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Brother's job.
This is it. One more chance. I'm gonna talk to King Hale. I'm gonna tell him you're gonna do it right now.
I don't want to lose this job.
John, you ain't got no choice. I'm trying to be nice to you now.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm trying to be nice to you, John.
I'm doing it.
You've never... He's...
Right now.
Nice means nothing when you're a psychopath. Niceness is just a facade. You show the world. There's not a kind bone in any of their hearts. Not a kind bone in any of their bodies, rather. No guilt, no shame.
It's just like Tulsa.
It's just like Tulsa. What, you're having second thoughts now? Is that what that look was? Fucking Molly's entire family.
$300 to go to Washington, D.C.? And I can't let you have this money to make this trip. That would do a disservice to you and your children.
Her family's getting murdered around her.
Senator Coolidge, ladies and gentlemen, please look this way. 3, 2,
Calvin
1.
Coolidge.
Please send help. There's murder in Osage. So many Osage are killed for the oil money. Please.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That was nothing.
Thank you so much.
Thank.
Keep giving your wife her insulin. And, add this.
Add this.
That's this whole vial.
It's just to slow her down.
That's all it's gonna do. Slow her down.
That's all it'll do. Same time every day. You believe in the Bible?
He's gonna fucking do it anyway. He doesn't. Any qualms
Miracles
mean
of
nothing to
old.
her. Nothing to him.
Gotta slow her down.
How the fuck do you justify this to yourself? And the doctors! Fucking do no harm.
I want her to live with brother and sister Big Heart. This will make her better. It'll cure her cough.
Fucking hell.
I told her I can't dance anymore.
You're still mixing this thing in? She can't even get out of bed. Rest from all this poison I'm giving you.
Who is that? My name's Tom White. I'm with the Bureau of Investigation.
What is that?
Oh, I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
One guy they sent?
I'm here to speak with Molly Burkhart, whose sisters and mother is dead. Yeah.
Molly? Yeah, no, she's sick.
How's tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well, that's too soon. She's just... Like I said,
Awfully evasive. Are you suspecting him at all right now? Oh, is it how culture of people? Okay. I thought he was sent here alone.
What'd you do?
they're just a bunch of ones, all right? There's no settle down.
I hope they're watching him.
They're gonna know that we did something.
Settle. I am trying. Will you settle down? When are we gonna... Now.
What are we gonna do?
Now. We'll talk later. No, now.
If I was the FBI, I'd be watching him after that first ridiculous conversation they had with him.
He's been dead months. Please, just give me my Henry Roan money.
You're gonna have to argue that out with Denver, okay? They're contesting the claim. Who are you? I'm JT Jones. I'm from
Jeez.
Denver.
I want my Roan money, please.
Wrong money.
No, you're not gonna give me that money. No, sir. Well, you're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret this, Mr. Insurance Man.
Insurance man. Can they finally get what's coming to them at some point?
Why did you cut the body up into small pieces and cleave the flesh from the limbs with a meat axe? We're looking for the bullet.
These doctors are totally on the up and up.
Hannah Brown. Nasty mouth. A friend, but a nasty mouth. Bound to happen. Henry Roan.
Bound to.
Melancholy. You must know that.
Ugh.
But we want to put a finish to this death business, but this isn't the place to do it. I'd be happy to talk to you and answer any questions whenever you have. We can.
This is not the right place. Ugh.
Get a later date.
How suspicious of you are you of him?
Your girls get a pony?
Yes, they did. Thank you.
I mean, I guess they get caught because otherwise they wouldn't be making this film.
What is it?
This movie's exhausting to watch.
What could they charge me?
Artists, I have many friends. Many friends. That means I have the best attorneys. They protect me. You need to sign this here now. If something happens to you, the head right's got to stay in the family. This is the only way to do it.
If something happens to me, what? What would happen to me?
Nothing's going to happen to you. It's just a formality. Nothing's going to happen to you because I'm going to make sure nothing's going to happen to you.
Then I don't need to sign.
I know you love Molly. I know I love her too. But the truth is, we're going to pass on. There's nothing we can do about that. It's in God's hands. And he's waiting on her now.
Fucking hell. You're poisoning her.
Be there for her.
Glad they're not complete dumbasses.
Bill Stepson died of corn whiskey. There was no investigation. Bill's
No
wife was
investigation.
Tilly Stepson.
So my dead wife has 2 kids. If I adopted them proper, and if these 2 kids were to die, would I inherit their estates? They're Osage. Kelsey, I have always admired your ambition. Thank you. What can you tell us about Byron and Ernest Burkhart and those murders?
Mm-hmm. God. Your own drink. Oh. Tiny bit of shame. Tiny bit of fucking shame. Not gonna feel bad for you, piece of shit.
I got something to tell you. My wife's real sick. I got to get home and see my wife. She's real sick.
Uh-huh.
Son, my wife, she's real sick. Been real sick.
Who made her that way, you fucker? Stop trying to be... He has the dignity to... He gets the dignity of standing in front of these people.
Sit down.
Standing's good.
Make him kneel. All those flies are around because you're garbage, you're trash.
Yes. Are you alone when you put the explosives under the house, or was Blackie Thompson with you?
Who?
Who?
Thompson. Collecting insurance money on it, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
If a man wanted to borrow my car, I might ask him what he wanted it for.
Just nail him.
Just a neighborly guy.
You got me.
I'm just a good guy.
I loaned it to him.
Hello.
How are you doing, Ernest?
uh,
I talked to someone alone for
no.
a while.
Fuck no. Really? Are they listening to this, please?
I told them all of it. All of it?
All of it?
All of it. I told them how you and your uncle were too much goddamn Jew.
No.
Yeah, I'm sitting here doing live for that drum rock cop. Well, I'm telling you right now, Ernest, you can't handle any prison, boy.
Someone gonna come and take care of her, please? Not take care like that.
Ernest, you're a good man, aren't you?
No?
Yes, sir. I suppose so.
You suppose so, are you, aren't you?
No.
Damn, sure.
Hell the fuck no.
You love your wife and children?
Nope.
You and I both know he presents himself as a very righteous man, and that's just not who he is.
You're trying to get him to turn?
He's done nothing for you, Sam.
Shit.
Make you a murderer.
To do bad things and take advantage of you because of your disposition.
Disposition?
I understand you know something about the Henry Rome murder.
Why, I don't know nothing about it.
I have a man here who says he's your friend who says you do know something about it.
Get your pencils.
Get your pencils. I know a lot of shit. Goddamn. And she's gonna find out the truth. The mental anguish that's... She's been through too much.
Just a statement. Just, I'm innocent.
Innocent as a newborn baby.
Even more.
I'm the most innocent man who ever lived.
Take a letter. Judge Not. By William K. Hale.
Who asked you to kill Bill?
Okay, man.
Asked me to kill his nephew, Ernest.
Oof.
Mr. Thompson.
The
Oof.
vilest criminal may rightfully demand a chance to prove his innocence by jury of his land. Judge Not.
He got a note to my jail cell saying he could help me escape. And when I got out...
And how'd that work out for you?
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking to you, ain't I? Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
Judge Not.
Okay, motherfucker. He's doing PR. Look, you're doing so well after you got away from your husband. And... He did it! He made me do it! He made me do all of it!
I demand
want to confer privately with Mr. Burkhart.
Whoa.
This is unheard of. Ernest Burkhart is my client. I demand the opportunity to
Ugh.
speak with Mr. Is this man really your attorney?
I don't know. I'm willing to talk to him, yeah.
The rules prohibit this, Your Honor. The prosecution.
This is a shit show.
Mr. Burkhart will be remanded.
I'll be his executioner.
I'm sorry. For all trouble.
Troubles.
They're giving you the rope to hang yourself. Do you see that?
He doesn't see that.
Oh.
Doesn't see that.
If you do this, you will be murdering your uncle.
You want to do that? Have him die in prison?
He deserves it.
No, of course I don't want that, Murdy.
They beat you. And they tortured you.
Well, no, they didn't. But they did keep me up for days.
No! They beat you! They beat you!
Yes.
Oh my God.
The insulin's working. Ain't it? I told you.
Uh-huh.
Before you get better. I haven't done nothing wrong in this world.
Uh-huh. What motive did the FBI have for going after your uncle and you?
Have you seen that canyon where you killed Anna Brown?
Have you seen it?
I've seen it 100 times, I suppose. It's a good place to park and drink, put on parties. You can't be seen from the road.
So
Where did
nonchalant.
you go after you...
God damn.
There's no easy way around it, son. They took my baby.
I feel bad for the baby. You don't feel bad for this shit. That's too small a coffin.
How's everyone?
They're not good.
I know, son. I feel it too.
Okay, motherfucker.
Who gave him the streets? Who gave him the hospitals? Who gave him the schools?
Hey.
They know. I've brought them
They
to the great 20th
gave it.
century. You know?
You gave it to them to take it all away for yourself.
Don't do something you're going to regret for the rest of your life.
He probably did.
I ain't got nothing but regret, Bill.
What's your wife's name?
Molly Burkhart.
She's Rita's sister.
Yep.
She's also the sister of Anna Brown, who was murdered. And her mother's Lizzie Q, who is dead.
Yes.
And her sister Minnie's also dead.
Trail of fucking bodies.
Did your uncle present you with a plan by which you would benefit from the deaths of all these Indian women?
Yep.
Yes, sir. I love my wife from... because that's what happened to us when I picked her up in my cab.
How can you still claim to love her? What must the children think? Like they're actual children in real life.
They know what's happened.
Not so much.
Spare them.
What did you give me?
Poison?
What was in the shots?
You can't admit it. Guilt is written all over your face. Fuck you.
Insulin.
True Crime Stories has been brought to you
Oh, man.
J. Edgar Hoover and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
What?
Brings to a close the authentic. Aaron Burkhart was tried as an accomplice to Anna's murder. Kelsey Morrison said at his trial,
Byron got her drunk, and I did the rest.
This is
Byron
trippy
was
as heck.
released after William Hale was found guilty and sent to Leavenworth for life.
Life.
He would write letters back home to his Osage
Fuck.
friends.
I never had better friends in my life than the Osages.
So I killed a bunch of them.
Hale was released in 1947.
Released?
The parole board cited his record as a good prisoner for his early release.
Oh, fuck off.
This man, he's being released because he paid off politicians. Nobody cares about the Osage lives.
Hale was not
Kill him.
supposed to set foot. Hale died in an Arizona nursing home.
It's too good for him.
Aren't you the one who tried to kill his Indian wife for the oil money?
Yep.
Years later, he was granted a pardon for his crimes and once again moved back to Osage.
He moved back.
She died of diabetes on June 16, 1937.
She was buried in the old cemetery in Grey Horse beside her father, her mother, her sisters, and her daughter. There was no mention of the murders.
Well, that was a fucking depressing film. Oh. So based on the great reviews for this movie, some of y'all might not like what I have to say about it. I came into this film really wanting to enjoy it. I thought, like, how often do you see a big Hollywood film that centers indigenous people? But then the movie kind of doesn't center them at all. I can definitely appreciate that so many indigenous people were on the big screen, but I wish there was a greater focus on the Osage culture in this film. The lack of it definitely made me think, like, there probably aren't many or any indigenous people behind the screen, writing, directing, or producing, which is just a shame. And while it's definitely an important story to tell and to witness, it does feel bad that violence against Native Americans is such a prominent genre of fiction for them. So okay, there were a few things that stood out to me in a positive way about this film. Lily Gladstone's oscillation between pained stoicism and overwhelming grief was really well acted. And Leonardo DiCaprio, I mean, he played a person who was willing to date someone older than 26 pretty convincingly. Okay, he's ridiculous and those jokes never get old, just like the women he dates. On a more serious note though, I think that the final moment between the two characters, Molly asking Ernest what he injected her with, that was an extremely poignant part of the film. I also really loved the moment leading up to Molly's mom dying, reuniting with her parents. That was actually incredible. It might have been the first time we'd seen her smile in the entire film, which is just so tragic. And yeah, for those she left behind, it was just more loss and sorrow. But yeah, I mentioned really wanting to like this film, but I think the rest of the film personally felt less than stellar. I don't remember the soundtrack at all, and there weren't any directing choices that really impressed me. I felt like the characters also lacked depth. Like, most of what we know about Molly is about the pain that she's going through. Who is she outside of that pain? We don't get much of that at all, and we don't see what she's like as a mother, and it doesn't feel like any of the characters really had arcs. Nobody really changed, it's just that Ernest got caught. And like I said before, the representation of Osage culture felt shallow too. And I can see some people enjoying this film, but the whole package just didn't work for me as well as I wanted it to. I mean, you're not meant to have a good time and enjoy the film considering the brutality of it all, but I don't know, like, previously, one of the saddest movies I've watched is Grave of the Fireflies, but there was still hope in that film, there were still moments of levity, whereas this just felt like 3+ hours of continuous dread. Maybe with Grave of the Fireflies, because I didn't know how it would end, that left me with a glimmer of hope, but with this film, I just knew from the start how it would play out. And I think with most forms of fiction, you want to take your audience on a journey of emotions, but this movie was almost entirely one note for me emotionally. Like, just nonstop heartache and sorrow. And yeah, 3.5 hours of that was a little too much for me. Like, even the beautiful moments were deeply sad, like with Molly's mom's death. I had read about the Osage before, but never actually heard the name pronounced out loud, and I didn't know about the term flower moon and about this particular story, but none of it was that surprising, and I do wonder if maybe the movie hits different for people who don't know much about the brutality committed against Native Americans that continues to this day. Maybe I would have been more engaged in the film if I was surprised by how horrible Ernest and Hale were, but from the moment oil was discovered on indigenous lands, I was like, oh, they're gonna be murdered and exploited at just a ridiculous level. And so for 3 hours, I watched this poor woman have an all-time horrible husband who just murders her entire family while she had no clue, and then he loses one of his children and the focus is on his pain. He's just on the floor crying. Obviously, I felt bad for the kid and for Molly, but the movie choosing to center his pain in that moment was just baffling to me. Like, oh, boo-hoo, he's so sad. Maybe it was supposed to be cathartic to see him suffer just a small amount of what he inflicted on others. I don't know though, because I didn't feel that, because it wouldn't bring back the people that he killed. And I also think that making the main protagonist this irredeemable monster just wasn't very interesting for me. Like, I was sick of looking at his stupid face and hearing him say that he loves this woman whose family he's killing. So yeah, maybe this was just an unfortunate Scorsese film for me to start with. Maybe I'd enjoy his other stuff more. Hope they're not all 3.5 hours long though. Though I've heard The Irishman is around that length. I also have to mention the scene where Hale spanks Ernest with a paddle. That scene did nothing for me. Like, you're saying evil people are horrible to each other too? I never would have guessed, so it didn't feel like it served any purpose. And I was happy the FBI actually freaking did something and were competent. but also frustrating that it was so easy for them and yet it took them so much time and effort to get there in the first place. It just speaks further to how ignored Indigenous people are. And then yeah, Hale and Ernest got let out of prison for good behavior. Believable, but total horseshit. Oh, one moment I actually really did appreciate though was referencing the Tulsa Massacre. I want to assume most people know about that, but it's an important parallel to make. I did think the ending was very interesting though, covering the aftermath through this sort of stage play, talking about how far removed the telling of the story is because of who it's made by. And the obituary, there was no mention of the murders as the last line in the film. It seems ludicrous to us given everything, but just as the stage play lacks so much of the detail that was in the rest of the movie lacks even more of the details that were pivotal in real life. So a nice little moment of self-reflection, especially as delivered by the director himself, Martin Scorsese. If I want to be generous, I can speculate that he understands how our society is complicit in the continued violence against Indigenous people and is trying to get the audience to see the same thing. But yeah, I think the entire movie would have been so much better if they had portrayed the depth of these characters more. They felt way too shallow, especially with this much runtime. Like, the movie centers the horrible people that I don't care about and don't empathize with, and we don't really get to know the victims that well. They're just in the way and get killed almost immediately. And because we don't really get to know them, the way we mourn them also feels superficial as well, which, yeah, it was just a little disappointing for me. Yeah, this might have been the worst time I had watching a movie on this channel outside of Cats, and I know this movie is reviewing rather well, so I'm sure a lot of you are gonna disagree with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it more than I did, and if that's the case, let me know what you liked about the film. As for me, I'm gonna give this a pretty low score. It's gonna be a 4.5 out of 10, and that's only slightly higher because of the ending where Scorsese mentions the limitations of a movie made by people who didn't live the experience. But yeah, the rest of the movie just felt like a bit of a slog for me. Please leave recommendations for Indigenous films made by Indigenous people in the comments. And I remember how Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians were the proof Hollywood needed that films centering these minority groups could be wildly profitable. So I can only hope that there are many more Indigenous films made in the future as well, due to this film. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this. Full reactions on Patreon, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time with more. Bye friends.